And good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee for a Thursday.
Well, first of all, thank you for covering for me yesterday. Had a personal matter crop up, and I had to race out 5 minutes before the program. I appreciate Tom filling in for me as well. You guys are both professionals, and I do appreciate that so much.
Well, thank you.
And we have Dave Rigg here. Talking about professionals, Dave Rigg is here, who's a 50-year-plus professional broadcaster. Thank you for coming in, Dave.
Oh, glad to do it.
Really happy to have you here. Would have been opening day in St. Louis for baseball, but, when they go to all that trouble, they want to be able to do the whole show.
Right.
And the rain would have kept them. We went to my wife and I went to the one opening day where it had rained all day, and they decided they couldn't let the Clydesdales even go around the track.
What an anticlimactic moment, man.
That's part of the show.
Well, yeah.
And so I understand why they did this. Why
Well,
they kicked
sure.
it back
Those
a day.
Clydesdales wow.
They'd make some.
They would. They'd
some
work
holes.
that track over.
And then,
they would make the grass look good, though.
we don't need any fertilization right before the game.
You know, I've never seen that happen there at Busch Stadium. The Clydesdale relieve himself.
No. I've seen them in parades where they would.
Oh, yeah.
One of the funniest things I ever saw in Alton, Illinois, they were in the Halloween parade, and the mayor, dressed up in a tux, walked behind them with a shovel, just right behind them, a great big scoop shovel, just in case.
Before any parades were going to be held around here, Gil Wallace would always say, I hope they put the horses at the back of the parade.
And I thought that was interesting today that they took and named that after Bob Gibson, that street in
That's a great honor.
Yeah, Bob Gibson Way, which we were
Honorary Bob
opining.
Gibson Way
Is that what it's called?
The official name.
Okay. Something happened here, and Tom is helping me. I had somebody say, well, the speed limit must be 45. That was his uniform number.
Right.
Or it could have been 98, which was his fastball number. Uh-huh. He was a great competitor.
Or it could be 112.
Why is that?
1.12 ERA.
Yes, he was. Yes, that's right.
68.
Nobody will ever come close to that. I don't think.
There's no way.
I think he.
Yeah, but didn't DeGrom last night tie one of Gibson's records for the most consecutive quality starts in a row?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't know that there
DeGrom
were
of
quality
the Mets.
starts back in the day, but somebody must have went back.
Well,
and
I didn't
calculated.
either, but apparently somebody went back and did some figuring on that.
Back in the day, they were all quality starts because you just didn't replace a starter.
No, you just went on. Maybe the
with a
ninth inning.
specialist in the sixth inning or whatever,
Right.
But Gibson was incredible. Yeah. Just an incredible competitor. Well, it's time to get into the bucket o' bunk.
Oh, by the way,
go ahead.
Before we get into the bucket of bunk,
Yes.
be listening later this hour. We got those 2 tickets to St. Edward's Men's Club sausage dinner on Sunday. We're going to give those away this hour.
We'll find some way to do that, okay?
Yeah.
Birthdays today. John Cameron Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Timex, right?
Yeah.
They used to do those spots live. One of the most embarrassing ones was when he put a Timex watch on the prop of a outboard motor.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and put it in the water and turned it on. And when they raised it up out of the water, the Timex was gone.
I don't doubt that.
Oh, yeah.
How do
That
you
wasn't
recover
very
from
smart.
that? That's a hard one to recover from. It's almost
Yeah.
as hard as being the prime announcer like I was on Tuesday night at a radio station that has its phones tied to the internet, only to have the internet go down.
Yeah.
You should have seen me scrambling.
I would imagine.
If we had results, they probably would look like this. That was my line. It came back just in time, and we enjoyed doing election coverage. Anyway, Anthony Perkins, who died at the age of 60 in 1992, an actor.
Norman Bates.
In Psycho, yes, Alfred Hitchcock's famous movie. He was this guy had a very interesting life. He had relationships with Rock Hudson. Okay,
Yeah.
you know what I mean when I say
I know.
relationships.
We know,
okay?
we know.
Tab Hunter, Rudolph Nureyev, the dancer. Then he got married to a woman and had 2 sons. Okay?
Okay.
His wife Marissa Berenson was one of the victims on American Flight 11 on 9/11.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Anthony Perkins died in 1992. Craig T. Nelson.
Coach.
Hayden Fox. He won an Emmy for that role. He is 74 today. He also was in the movie Poltergeist, and he was Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles.
Yeah.
He finished 9th. He's a race car driver as well.
I did not know that.
Yes, he owns a team. He finished 9th in the Long Beach Grand Prix. So he's not only a driver, he's a good driver. I like him. I always did like him. He often talks about when he was on aid and food stamps and how he pulled himself up by the bootstraps to be able to get things squared away. Today is the birthday of, and I'll think about this, guys, Ray Fosse.
Yeah.
Marion, Illinois.
I saw him play in high school.
Ray Fosse.
I got a story on that to tell.
Good. From Marion, Illinois. There, in Marion, as you drive through town, you'll notice a huge park called Ray Fosse Park.
Yep.
He was a catcher. He's now a TV commentator for the Oakland A's. He was a first-round draft pick in 1965 of the Cleveland Indians. Two-time All-Star, two-time World Series champion. He's got 2 rings. 2 times Gold Glove. He's best known for a violent collision
Getting run over by Pete Rose.
1970 All-Star game. He busted his shoulder, and he really never came back from that.
Let me tell you the story on Ray Fosse.
Ahead.
I don't remember the year. It probably would have been about 65 or 66. Edwards County was playing Marion in the sectional championship. And I was the team manager. And before the game, there were all kinds of scouts there to see Ray Fosse play. And so one of the scouts comes over to me. I'm standing there by the fence, and he says, which one of those guys out there is Ray Fosse? And I said, don't worry about it. He's not going to get a hit today. Roger Bear's going to strike him out. Ray Fosse didn't get a hit that day.
Wow. And he became a first-round draft choice.
Well, he did, yeah.
Ray Fosse. Here's the other birthdays today. Robert Downey Jr.
He's had some problems.
He has. He's 53. He was a part of the Brat Pack. Very successful as a youth. His dad was in movies and got him into movies. He had some problems with substance abuse, and he had some legal difficulties. Actually went in jail for a period of time. In 2012, between 2012 and 2015, he was at the top of the highest paid Hollywood actors. $80 million.
Yep.
He's
based on Iron Man.
His net worth $300 million, and most of it to the fact that he is
Iron Man.
He is Iron Man.
Iron Man. Dun dun dun.
So here's a guy that really turned it around.
Yep.
He really turned it around. Scott Rowlands is 44 today.
Really?
He, of course, of the Phillies, the Reds, the Cards, and the Blue Jays.
He's one of the nominees for the Hall of Fame this year.
And I have to wonder, he didn't get along with the manager there.
No, did not get along with La Russa.
8-time Gold Glover. I thought he was one of the best third basemen I ever saw.
Oh, yeah.
He was a good one.
7-time All-Star. 1997 Rookie of the Year. He hit 316 home runs. And he went to Jasper High School. Right over here across the river.
Right.
So, anyway, a local guy. Looking at this date in history, the territory of Orleans became the 18th U.S. state and became known as Louisiana.
Or if you're from down there, it's Louisiana.
1812. 1818, a plan was passed by the Congress that the U.S. flag would have 13 red and white stripes and 20 stars, and that a new star would be added for each new state.
Yeah.
In 1841, U.S. President William Henry Harrison, at the age of 68, became the first president to die in office. These ages are bothering me for some reason that I've been reading lately of people that have been dying in their 60s. I don't.
But this was 1840. He lived a good, hard, long life
for that time.
For that time.
Yeah.
He had been,
and I think it was pneumonia that he died.
Yes, it was.
Like
You're exactly right,
or
Dave.
30 back then.
He had been sworn in only a month before he died of pneumonia.
Right.
Wow.
Anyway, 1917, the U.S. Senate voted 90-6 to enter World War I, and France surrendered. 1967, Johnny Carson quit the Tonight Show. He returned 3 weeks later after getting a raise of $30,000 a week. Don't you dare pull that with me, Turner. You understand?
Okay.
Because I don't have $30,000 to give you.
I wouldn't ask for $30,000. That's chump change. That was 1977. Are you kidding me?
1968. This was a day in history. Martin Luther King assassinated at the age of 39 on this date.
Sad day.
It was a scary day.
Yeah.
I lived near St. Louis, and there were lots
I can imagine.
people really scared that there was going to be some problems. Right. 1974, Hank Aaron tied Babe Ruth's Major League Baseball home run record with how many home runs?
I don't remember.
Remember what the Babe Ruth?
712?
714, very close. But, of course, Barry Bonds now is the home run king.
Well,
Nah, he's not.
Not in my mind.
Yeah, not in mine either.
In music history, 1939, Glenn Miller recorded his theme song, Moonlight Serenade, on this date. In 1959, Buddy Holly's It Doesn't Matter Anymore hit number 13. It was his first hit after he died.
Oh.
There were a lot of records released after he died. 1960, Elvis recorded Are You Lonesome Tonight? Not you are you? 1964, the Beatles made music history, holding the top 5 places in the singles charts together, the top 5. Can you think of the 5?
I Want to Hold Your Hand. No?
Yes, that's 1.
Yep, 1. Twist and Shout.
Yes, that's 2. Good.
Okay. Penny. No, not Penny Lane. I don't know. I don't know the
I
rest.
tell you what I'm going to do.
That's going to be a trivia.
That's going to be a trivia question. Hold on a second. Now, you said, tell me again what you said.
I Want to Hold Your Hand.
I Want to Hold Your Hand. Okay, that's gone.
Okay.
All right.
I can't remember the other one I just said. It was
Love Me Do.
Nope.
That's not it.
I'll give the phone number. Give the phone number.
842
that's good.
First person that
3715.
calls in
Yeah.
with one of the 5, I will give them these 2 tickets to
no,
the Sad
one of the
Edwards.
4 left.
One of the 4 left, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, can't give the one that you gave.
Right.
You want to call in, we'll give you 2 tickets to the St. Edwards Men's
All right.
Club sausage dinner coming up on Sunday. And this date, 1996, Wilson Pickett arrested for cocaine possession. 2000, Diana Ross announced that she will reunite with the Supremes. And that, my friends, is the Bucket O' Bunk. If you want to call in and give us the rest of those hits.
Or at least one of them.
Yeah, just one would be fine.
Yeah.
One of the 5. There were 5 at the same time in 1964 by the Beatles that were in the top 5. It's never happened before or since, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so you can call in. If not, we will take a break. How's that sound?
Let's do her.
We'll be back with more Good Morning Coffee after this.
Spring right by saving on everything you need to get your garden growing. We do it right too, with incredible deals to help you save during our Spring Black Friday sale, like Bonnie vegetable and herb plants 4 for $10. And for a clean-looking landscape, pick up 5 bags of Scott's mulch for just $10. Whatever's on your spring to-do list, hurry in and save during our Spring Black Friday sale. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 4/17, not valid on Alaska or Hawaii. Bonnie offer valid on 19-ounce pots. See store for details, U.S. only.
Here's a real tweet from a real Chick-fil-A fan. Blake writes,
Just had a grilled chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A for the first time. Life-altering, to be honest. People had told me about it, and I wasn't convinced until I tried it. It's definitely the marinade and the seasonings. That's what really kicks it off for me. Grilled chicken can be so boring, and it's just not with Chick-fil-A. It's full of all kinds of different flavors. I can't even pin down what type of seasoning they're using because it's just that good.
Thanks, Blake. Send Chick-fil-A your tweets with #TheLittleThings.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to our station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Deep South Restaurant, Nap Oil, Murphy's Pet Grooming and Boarding, and Serendipity Cards and Gifts. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long these deals will last.
Hi, I'm Double D, and you can tune in to my show Afternoons with the Double D on 104.9 WFIW and WFIWradio.com from 1 to 4. Two businesses that are sponsors are A&D Auto Parts on West Main Street in Fairfield and Albion Auto Parts, located on East Walnut Street in Albion. If you're searching for car parts, they have them in stock. The phone number for A&D Auto Parts is 618-842-7588. Albion Auto Parts can be reached at 618-445-3011.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Senator John Kennedy told us,
I'm announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States.
Several days later, so did Vice President Richard Nixon. President Eisenhower gave his State of the Union speech. The FCC was looking into TV quiz show scandals. Pete Rozelle became commissioner of the National Football League. The Miracle Worker opened on Broadway. And here's what the new music sounded like.
Why? Because I love you. Oh, that's the time to cry. Lonely blue boy.
Sweet nothing.
You'll have to go.
The village of Saint Bernadette.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop.
Way down yonder in New Orleans.
Those songs were big winners when they hit the air, but when did they? The answer and a touch of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing by the Fairfield Save-A-Lot on West Main Street in Fairfield and take advantage of these great deals. It's time to get ready for spring baking. 4-pound bag of sugar, $1.35. 5-pound bag of flour, $1.29. Powdered or brown sugar, $1.49 in a 32-ounce bag. And twin-pack cream cheese, $1.99 in a 16-ounce package. Prices are good through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store, West Main Street in Fairfield.
January 1960, out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
Marty Robbins and El Paso, the top song of January 1960. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance, Wayne City, specializes in families. From auto accidents to home disasters to that very memorable first day of college, you'll have peace of mind with insurance from your Pekin Insurance Agency, putting you and your family first with insurance coverage for your home, auto, life, health, or business, and at competitive rates that will fit your individual needs. Call your Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance today, going beyond the expected.
Grab your moms, your daughters, and your friends and head to Fairfield for a shopping day geared just for the ladies. The Fairfield Retail Merchants and the Fairfield Chamber of Commerce have a full day planned for you. Socializing, shopping, and of course, sales. Girlfriend's Day Out is Saturday, April 6th. Plan to spend the day in Fairfield. Don't have a sitter for the kids? Don't worry, they have you covered. Babysitting will be available while you shop. Call 842-6116 for more information.
All right, welcome back to Morning Coffee.
And
we have not.
Nobody's called in. Now, you identified. We did have.
We identified Twist and Shout.
And I want to hold your hand.
Yeah,
There's three other number one, or they're in the top 5 in 1964. The Beatles had the top 5. If you have one of those, we'll give you 2 tickets to the St. Edward's Men's Club sausage dinner coming up on Sunday. And I've done that before, and it's yum.
842-3715.
Jack the Can Man looking for donations right now, and I said that I would share this with our listeners, to help take his wife's ashes to Stone Mountain, Georgia, to be buried with her mother as she wanted. Donations may be dropped off at John's Butcher Block, our good friend there, John. And Jack appreciates all the help that he can get. His wife passed away on January 16th.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
What about Can't Buy Me Love?
Can't find me.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. Who are we talking to?
This is Dwayne Hubble.
Dwayne, I'm going to put a couple tickets out there on the front desk, and you're welcome to come get it and go belly up to the trough and have some food on Sunday, okay?
Okay, thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne.
So there you go.
All right, so those 5.
The 5 are Can't Buy Me Love, Twist and Shout, She Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and Please, Please Me.
All right.
There you go. Now I'll put those out front so that Dwayne can get them. And again, I just wanted to pass that along about Jack the Can Man, who is a part of the landscape here in Fairfield.
Yep.
So what's going on with you, Dave? You said you had some things to talk about?
Well, a couple of things. Have you noticed the swarm of gnats in this area?
So it's buffalo gnats, aren't they?
Well, they go by 2 different names. Some people call them buffalo gnats, and others call them turkey gnats. All you have to do is drive outside of the city limits.
Yes.
And then stop and look at your car.
I actually, that's amazing, because I drove out to my cabin south of Fairfield yesterday to be able to take somebody from Greenwood Pest Control to go out there and help knock out the wasps in my cabin. And
the wasp or the daubers?
The daubers, whatever they are.
I don't think daubers sting.
Well, these do, so I think they're wasps.
I don't think they're...
Anyway, he soaked the place. I think we killed some
daubers.
Got him,
huh?
Yeah, I hope so at least. Anyway, heading out of town, came back into town, noticed my windshield was absolutely
and your
messed up.
front bumper.
Yes.
Those are the turkey gnats or buffalo gnats. They come in about this time every year, and they make life miserable for livestock. I have 4 donkeys and a mule, and normally they're out there grazing around or around my big hay bale feeder. Not in the daytime now. They all hide in the dark in their shelter to stay away from these turkey gnats. And it's not just livestock. If you're out mowing your yard or anything like that, it's just, they're all around you. And they will sting, by the way.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. And they are here about 2 weeks, and then they're gone.
I've got an idea for you, Dave.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about the Clydesdales being a big part of opening day, and that's part of the reason why they probably moved back opening day.
Yeah.
I say for the first football game, you put your 4 donkeys and your mule on the front of a wagon and go around the track at Edwards County. I think it would bring the crowd to its feet.
That would be more here. You know, you're the mules.
The mules.
You're the mules.
We need a team.
Somebody needs to get a mule and have it, ridden around. There are mules here in Wayne County.
We need a team of mules.
You do. You do.
You'll drive them?
And a Dalmatian.
Because I'll be kind of busy.
Here's the thing.
No.
Two
You
Basset
do
Hounds.
not need a Dalmatian. What you need is a team of mules and a coon dog, blue heeler or something.
No.
I'll take a bloodhound.
I got my Basset Hounds. They'll be right there.
Well,
They'll sit on either side of me as I drive around.
Will they sit
the
on
mule.
either side of you or lay beside you?
They'll roll over on their back as we go around the track at the train yard.
All right.
That's an idea.
So
I like it.
But anyway, I was kind of wondering, some people buy this, what they call Rain-X or stuff like that. You put on the windshield to kind of keep, I wonder if that works to keep the gnats off there.
I don't know, but it's a mess.
It is.
I decided, I was going to wait because it's rained so much that my vehicle hasn't really needed to go through a car wash. It's now going to have to go through because of all those gnats.
Yeah. They're terrible this time of year.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I'd noticed it just yesterday.
And they're tough to get off your car.
Yeah,
you got to really scrub.
It really is a mess. And like last Saturday, we had a funeral, and we had some people drive in from a distance, and they told me that they got a car wash. They had their car washed here in Fairfield, and by the time they got to Albion, front bumper and their windshield speckled all over again.
Wow.
It's a mess. All right, so that's one topic.
Okay.
All right, second topic is I have a question. Why in the world do women want to wear high-heeled shoes?
Well, I don't know. I try to limit mine to only formal events when I wear them.
Well, yeah.
Or, when I'm home alone. Those are the only two times.
I wish I didn't know that about you.
It's a height thing for him.
Isn't it? I think it's probably to obviously make them taller. I always found it interesting when two people started dating or fell in love, and the woman was the same height as the man, that for whatever reason she felt compelled only to wear flats because she didn't want to tower over the guy, which, I don't know. That wouldn't bother me at all.
But I don't think I can't believe that's the reason why women still would be wearing high-heel shoes.
Well, maybe somebody out there.
I mean, that's got to be hard on their feet.
Oh, it's got to be difficult to walk in, doesn't it?
I think
you
so.
would think.
Yeah, I would think.
Well, I asked a lady at our church Sunday morning. She had high heels on. I said, "How long did it take you to learn to walk?"
Yeah,
like
you
that?
got to learn all over again.
Well, I would think so. You got to learn I would think a different system of balance, walking with your heel up like that, and your toes down here.
I mean, especially if you're getting buzzed by gnats.
I was watching. I was watching the Toe Bro the other night.
The Toe Bro,
and he took his wife to shoe shop.
You got to stop for a second. The Toe Bro.
Have you not seen that?
No,
I don't watch TV that much.
Oh, the Toe Bro is a. I guess he's a podiatrist. He's a doctor who works to remove like ingrown toenails and things.
Oh, you talked about this before.
He always had these tips on. Anyway, he took his wife shoe shopping, and she picked out these high heel shoes and stuff. And he said, "No, you're not getting those." He goes, "Those are bad for your feet."
Well, sure.
So
it's probably
he made her buy a pair of flats, and as they walked out, she said, "I'm not taking you shoe shopping with me anymore."
It might be something put out there by the chiropractic folks. Probably, I don't know if it helps or hurts your back to have your heels.
No idea.
Well, I would think so. I would think it would put a little more pressure on your spine. With your legs and toes and feet out of alignment.
Now,
natural.
Mike, since you wear them to formal events and at home,
yes,
is it?
Well,
bothersome on your back?
I find it in the pain in the posterior is what I find.
Okay.
I find a lot of things that are a pain in my posterior.
Well, does your wife wear high heels?
I don't. No, not like stiletto type. She wears the kind that have a little bit of a rise on it, but not that often.
Yeah.
Really, quite honestly. We were talking this morning. Turner and I were talking about being tired. Just bone tired. I don't know if it's the weather.
Just worn out.
Just bone tired. And by the end of the week, for whatever reason, and you and I are men of a certain age.
Yeah.
It gets to where, it becomes more stressful because you're tired. Here's somebody that just decided to give up. Britney Spears, she is focused on taking care of herself. A source close to Britney Spears told Fox News on Wednesday, she's 37.
Yeah.
That she, quote, checked into a wellness facility.
Well, she's got the money to do that.
She will likely remain there for at least a few weeks. She'll regroup and reassess everything at that time. Don't you wish that we could find a wellness facility here in Wayne County and check out for 2 weeks?
That'd be nice.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen, no.
But isn't it amazing? She was doing...
I wonder what they do at a wellness center.
It must be...
Nothing.
Well, I mean...
I would imagine nothing.
Don't you think that
yoga?
There's...
They probably do goat yoga.
Goat yoga?
Well, we got some goats here in the county. We could probably put that together.
Or we could do mule yoga with Dave's mules.
You ever thought of that?
Well, there'd be a lot of exercise in that, catching him and trying to do something with him.
Well, there's exercise just in swatting away gnats.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, she's going to be there, and she had been doing exclusive stuff in Vegas.
Yeah.
But she's done with that for the next few weeks as she regroups and reassesses her life at 37. Remember, she went through a stretch where she did some pretty bizarre things.
Yeah.
she shaved her head, and there were people that were really worried about, her state of mind.
Well,
maybe she should have checked into that wellness center then.
Yeah, when she shaved her head, I think a lot of people probably had thoughts about her sanity.
Here's an interesting one as well. This is a situation where twins, 2 male brothers, have been ordered to pay child support because they were going out and around. They were so identical. They were going out and around, and they got someone pregnant, okay? And their DNA is so close that they can't determine which one.
The guilty party.
And so both of them have to pay child support.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like that.
I haven't either. What state?
Oh, no, it's in Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Okay.
Yeah. Brazilian news outlet Globo, that's a pretty interesting name. The judge there said, we can't tell the difference. The brothers are denying the child, but the DNA says it is one of theirs, but they can't determine which one of them because their DNA is so
talking
close.
about DNA.
Yes.
I posed this question to our Wayne County coroner, Jimmy Taylor.
Yes.
All right. You go.
How's Jimmy doing?
Jimmy's doing great.
I haven't seen Jimmy in a while.
Oh, he's great. He's doing great.
Probably don't want to see him that often.
You probably
You know
don't.
what I mean?
Yeah.
As it turns out, Jimmy's a nice guy.
Oh, he's great.
But
Best guy I ever worked for.
You really don't want to see Jimmy that often. You know what I mean? He's one of those few guys in the county where you say, great guy, don't probably want you to drop by the house, Jimmy.
Yeah, right.
Okay? All right, go ahead.
Well, anyway, I asked him, okay, you go and get a blood transfusion. All right, you get somebody else's blood.
Right.
And I asked Jimmy, I said, okay, suppose someone commits a crime and they recently have had a blood transfusion of somebody else's blood. Does that affect the results of a DNA test on that person's blood?
And what did he say?
He wasn't really sure about that.
Wow.
I don't think they use blood for DNA, though. It's
Well,
more
sure
like
they do.
Saliva and that sort of stuff.
Oh, yes, they do. At crime scenes, if there's blood there.
If that's the only thing they have to
Yeah,
work
they use
with.
it for DNA testing.
But I mean, they also use hair follicles and fingernails
sure,
and all that
sure.
stuff. But if that's the only thing that they can find, you would think that I have to believe that there's such a dominance of the other, the host's DNA that wouldn't be a problem. But you're right. I mean, I never thought of that.
Well, interesting little story. My dad, before he had this particular type of surgery, he hated pizza. Would not my mother could
Who
not
eats pizza?
Could
I
not.
know.
Oh, he did not. I'm not going to tell you what he would said. Anybody who would eat pizza would do. But anyway.
That bad.
Anyway, he goes in and he has this surgery and he has to have a lot of transfusions.
Right.
Okay, when he gets out of the hospital and comes back, all of a sudden he likes pizza and spaghetti and all this. And my mother swears that he got the blood of an Italian. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I just, by the way, let me just recommend.
Yeah.
Kathy Book was here the other day, and she does the caveman diet.
Yeah.
The one that only cavemen would eat.
Mm-hmm.
And they have these at our pizzerias in town, at least a couple of them, have the cauliflower crust. And let me tell you, try it.
I need to try that.
It is good.
I like plain cauliflower itself.
Well, these are, because it doesn't use flour and gluten. If you order it and say we got a small one with the salad bar at Classic, oh my, was it good? And it really, for someone like me who's diabetic,
I would think it would take a little longer for them to prepare your pizza. I wouldn't think they would have that readily available.
I've got some questions for Sheldon, so that'd be good. I'm glad.
With custom designed floral arrangements and gift items. Check out their selection of Southern Illinois made Ravenswood Hollow soaps and lotions, Fannie Mae candies, Southern Sisters gourmet food items, and clean burning soy candles. Blacks also has a wide selection of sympathy items. Plus, they're your home for tuxedo rentals from Jim's Formal Wear. Give them a call at 847-7076 or stop in at 310 East Main. Black's Fashion Flowers, your florist with a personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield.
Simply Enough has discounted certificates on the Big Deal Store. Pair that with a buy one, get one free on select scrubs or the half-price shoes and make your money go further.
We're your hometown bank with hometown pride. Hi, this is Michelle Garner, serving you as loan officer and branch manager of the Fairfield Banking Company. We're locally owned and operated, which means our heart is where it belongs, in the communities we serve. Our decisions are local, our concerns are local, and our priorities are you, our customer. Come in and let our friendly team with 137 years of banking.
Fairfield with super low APRs and huge customer cash on class-leading Yamaha sport and proven off-road utility ATVs and side-by-sides. Visit Le Mans Motorsports in Fairfield today.
Offers good through 6/30/19. ATVs referenced or recommended only for use by those age 16 or older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Listen weekdays after the 7:50 news for Community Connection on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, your News Talk Connection. Each day we'll be talking to people about community events, community leaders, and on Wednesdays it's Meet Your Neighbor. If you have an event you'd like to talk about, give me a call at 842-2159. Community Connection, weekdays after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, and now online at WFIWradio.com.
If you can hear me, you already know that radio works. Let me, Libby Lingefelter, show you what else we can do with the original company, like direct mail and digital marketing. Call me, Libby Lingefelter, at WFIW WOKZ 842-2159.
16 minutes before 9, Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler has joined us. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, Sheldon, this is Mike. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Not bad. How was the prime rib the other night?
It was really good. I think we actually run out.
No. Did Turner have more than one?
Nope.
I think he did. I think he might have done.
Oh, now come on. You know I wouldn't do that.
Well, tell everybody where you had the prime rib.
Oh, yeah, at the Masonic Supper Club on the first Monday of every month.
So anybody can come to that?
This month was prime rib night.
Wow.
Somehow the distinguished guests wound up in line by me, so I forewent the prime rib.
No.
Yeah.
What a...
My son was right in front of me, and he got a big old slab, so when we got back to the table, the dad tax kicked in, and I took half his. So.
But you're a hero.
Yeah.
That's a courageous thing to do, to say, no, let the guests have one. Good for you, Sheldon.
All right. Now, I know from talking to you last night that the Gladiator is getting close to being released.
They had a special event last night that started at 11:01 Central Time, and you could get your name in the hat for one that was the first. I think it was 4,196. It was a real oddball number of the limited edition ones, and you could get your name in the hat. I'm actually in here playing with one right now, and I'm going to see if I can't submit one.
All right. Now, the Gladiator, that's the new midsize pickup truck by Jeep.
That is correct.
Talk about the other Jeeps that you have on the lot. You've got some Wranglers. You've got some Rubicons. Is that right?
Yes. I've got a few 18 Wranglers, got a couple 19s sitting here on the ground as well. We've got our 18s heavily discounted, so if you're in the market for a new Wrangler, we'll save you some money on one of these new 18s. Got some amazing deals on the little Renegade going this month. They've got some big cash on those as well, and we have some supplemental or secondary finance money. If you had a little bit of credit trouble in the past, we've got some additional funds available to help you with those too.
All right, let's not forget those Silverados and Rams on the lot.
Oh, we've got a selection of those. We've got some, I think they've got some 0 for 72 months on the new 19 Silverado, depending on the model, but there's some special financing on those out there, and I think they've upped a little bit of the cash rebate for April too. And
everybody qualifies for those rebates at Le Mans.
If we advertise them, they qualify.
All right. As far as financing is concerned, very easy to get financing there at Le Mans. You can do it online, or you can just drop right in.
That is correct.
All righty.
I got one shout out before we get off here today.
Yes.
So if you're up here or drive, today is our friend Teresa's birthday up here, and she turned the big 50. So everybody come by and see her and make a big fuss about it. I don't think we want that.
You know, I got an idea for a sale for you today. It's Teresa's 50th birthday. Give everybody 50% off if they buy a car today. How's that?
She would like that because I'm sure that all of us would be gone, and we might have a whole new crew to work with.
All right, Sheldon. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you next Monday.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler joins us every Monday and Thursday here on the WFIW Morning Show. Check out the website at lemansonline.com. Time for that radar weather brought to you this morning by Stumpy's.
Are you tired of mowing around or looking at that ugly tree stump in your yard? Removing a tree stump doesn't have to be a burden. Stumpy's can make the process quick and easy. A local business started by Clay Marks through the Mount Carmel CEO program offers free estimates, cheap rates, cleanup, and no mess after the job is completed. Clay guarantees you'll be happy with his work, so call him today at 838-0635. That's 838-0635.
Fairfield area weather forecast calling for a 70% chance for showers today, high 62. 80% chance for rain tonight, low 50. Cloudy skies, 65 tomorrow. For Saturday, cloudy skies, high 72. Thunderstorms, a possibility on Sunday, high of 70. And for Monday morning, showers with a high of 68. Overnight low was 49, yesterday's high 66. Currently, humidity at 72%. Winds are calm. The pressure at 30.2, and visibility is at 10 miles. Right now, partly cloudy skies. We've got 52 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar weather showing nothing in the southern half of Illinois at the present time. There is some rain moving up into the St. Louis area at the present time, moving to the north-northeast out of southeast Missouri. Radar weather brought to you by Stumpy's. You can contact Clay Marks at Stumpy's on Facebook or at 838-0635 to get your free estimate today. He'll remove unwanted tree stumps and help you whip your yard back into shape. And welcome back to Morning Coffee for a Thursday morning.
Got a little piece of news from Edwards County. The owner of Albion Equipment Company passed away, Charles Chip Moore. They will not be open on Monday, April 8th, so the employees and family can pay their respects. They will then reopen on Tuesday, April 9th at 7:30 a.m. And so condolences to the folks that work there and the family.
Great guy.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So anyway, that's that. More details will come, I'm sure, on that in our
Well, you've got it on your website.
Oh, okay, good, yep. Wonderful. Also want to mention that you can get involved in the rage, that being Glow Bingo.
What is Glow Bingo?
They put on like black lights. You get a glow hat, a glow dauber, and bingo cards. Yep. And so it's kind of a strange, everything. It's like glow golf, where you can see the ball. Well, you can see the cards, and the dauber allows you to do this. And so that's coming up. It's going to be. It's put on by the Wayne County Humane Society, a place that I really encourage people to help out. Coming up on May 4th. Doors open at 6 at the Elks Club, and we'll have more information to get closer.
Glow Bingo.
Yes.
Is it dark in there then, basically?
Yeah,
then?
there's a black light. I mean, all you do is see, people's heads and their daubers.
And hope people keep their hands to themselves.
That's exactly right. Remember back...
Unless you have the glow gloves on.
Glow gloves?
I would think that that's something that I would want to consider.
Or the glow nail polish on,
I don't have that.
I don't have that either. Well, you have the high heels.
I sure do. Glow high heels would be good too.
Oh yeah.
Dave has got. We thought this was going to be opening day for the Cardinals at Busch Stadium, so he's got the trivia, which is geared towards
the St. Louis Cardinals.
The St. Louis Cardinals. And
right.
He's wearing red today, even though it's the Edwards County
Alliance. Oh, by the way, have you seen the back of my sweatshirt?
Oh, Dave Rigg, WOKZ 105.9.
That's what I wear when I do Edwards County football games
there you go.
Broadcast on WOKZ.
Yeah,
all right, first question. How many times did Bob Gibson lead the league in strikeouts? How many times?
Well, he really became prominent in 1964, but that was mostly late in the season. So he was very dominant from 65 through about 72. The problem there is that you had Sandy Koufax, who was dominant at that time.
And Don Drysdale.
I would say twice.
I'd say 3 times.
Wrong. 1 time.
Only once.
1968.
He was a smart pitcher, too. I mean, he didn't depend totally on the strikeout.
Right.
He was also
a great slider.
wonderful strong slider. And so, I think that the record that 68, which 50 years ago, will stand forever as far as the earn run average, as well as the amount of complete games he did that year. It's over 25
I
or
just
so.
can't understand how a guy that is competitive as that and has a mean streak like that on the mound can be that nice in person.
Well, he's
you ever
mellowed.
talked to him? He's
mellowed.
Very mellow,
considerably.
very,
Old age has a lot to do with that.
Probably does. He's in his 80s now.
Yeah.
So,
Although sometimes people get more crankier the older they get.
That's true.
Yeah, so it depends on the individual.
When he comes to St. Louis, though, everybody bows down.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
Because they're afraid they'll throw at him.
In 1983, the New York Mets
during a father-son game.
The New York Mets traded pitchers Neil Allen and Rick Omby to the Cardinals. Who did the Mets get in return?
The Mets.
What year was this?
1983.
Keith Hernandez.
Right.
Wow,
Keith
what a
Hernandez.
horrible trade. But you know what? Apparently there'd been some problems with Hernandez, especially...
He had a coke problem.
Well, that's what I understand, and and Whitey Herzog just said, enough.
Yeah.
We're going to get rid of him. So he
got rid of
He didn't
him
get
and
much,
Templeton.
and of course he went there and cleaned up and helped the Mets to a world championship.
Right.
And that's why it's odd that he would be on the Cardinal Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It is.
I think
it
so.
really is. Yeah. Okay, Lindy McDaniel, remember him?
Oh, sure. He
Pitched
was
for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He was a devout Christian. He wrote a monthly newsletter called Pitching for the Master, which was distributed to his fellow players. He had two other brothers who were signed by the Cardinals. Name them.
Was Lon one?
That's close.
Lon McDaniel?
No.
I know there was two, and I'm trying to. I thought, what? How close am I?
You're very close. You only missed by one letter.
All right, Lon.
Don McDaniel.
No.
What is it?
Vaughn McDaniel.
Vaughn McDaniel.
He was he came
played
along
with the
and
Giants.
he was like a great rookie pitcher, and then he hurt his arm, and that was it for him.
I thought Lindy McDaniel was a rookie of the year for the Cardinals back in the late 50s, but I'm not sure. About like 1957, about the year I was born. But anyway, go ahead.
The other brother was Kerry McDaniel, but he only had experience in the minor leagues. He never made it to the major leagues. Okay. All right. What Cardinal player hit 5 home runs in a doubleheader against the Giants?
I can see this guy. He played right field for us.
Mark Whitten.
No. He hit 4 against the Reds, Mark Whitten.
In one game. You mentioned doubleheaders. So.
Yeah, right.
It's a doubleheader? Stan the Man.
Stan the Man.
Yeah, he did that at Sportsman's Park. It was a doubleheader because I remember that was the first game that Jack Buck was on the broadcast team. And after the game, he asked Harry Carey, does this guy do this every weekend?
Right. Yeah. Okay, on July 29th of 2002, the Cardinals traded Placido Polanco, Bud Smith, and Mike Timlin to the Phillies. Who did they get in return?
Scott Rowland.
Very good. Okay. What Cardinal hit for the cycle in 2005 season? You know what the cycle is, of course.
Right. First single, double, triple, and a home run.
Right.
2005.
I'll try this. I'll try Brian Jordan.
No.
Mark Grudzielanek.
Oh, he played third base for it. Oh, no, second base. Second
base. Okay. Ernie Broglio was one of the pitchers traded to the Chicago Cubs for Lou Brox. Who was the other pitcher the Cubs got?
In that trade?
In that trade.
I have no idea.
This guy's often forgotten in this trade.
Absolutely.
It's all Broglio for Brock, but
That's
there were
right.
2 pitchers the Cubs got.
I love to bring up Broglio for Brock to any Cub fan that gets a little bit saucy with me.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Bobby Shantz. Remember him?
No, I don't remember him.
Okay.
Nobody else does.
Well, I remember Bobby Shantz.
Remember.
He was a very small guy, left-hand pitcher.
Yeah.
Played for a lot of major league teams. I remember.
Son of a gun.
Okay, in 1926, Babe Ruth hit a home run in Game 4 of the 1926 World Series at Sportsman's Park. It cleared the outfield fence and broke the show window of the car dealership across the street. What type of car dealership was it?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say Studebaker. What are you going to say?
Ford.
Both wrong. Chevrolet.
A Chevrolet dealership.
The car dealership was the...
Did you ever go to Sportsman's Park?
I did.
I did too.
Several times. I love that stadium.
I did too. They tore it down, and that's where they built the Herbert Hoover Boys Club, which of course now is the Boys and Girls Club in St. Louis, North St. Louis. Grand and Dodier was was the address.
On September 17th, 1968, the Cards were no-hit by Gaylord Perry of the San Francisco Giants. The next day, a Cardinal pitcher returned.
Washburn.
Ray Washburn, right there. You're right ahead of me on that. Okay, the Cardinals defeated the Detroit Tigers in the 2006 World Series. Who won the Series MVP award?
David Eckstein.
Right.
Yes,
right.
yes. You know, that was amazing because he really was not a physical specimen.
No, he wasn't.
He's a little guy, and he didn't have much of an arm, but he just had the heart of a champion. Really did.
All right. Who was Harry Caray's partner in the broadcast booth when he first began calling Cardinal games on the radio? Now, this goes back to your and
I think
my
I
day.
know. I think I know. Do you know?
Brenneman?
No. Buddy Blattner, I believe, was his
Buddy
name.
No,
it
not
wasn't?
Not when he first.
How about Joe Garagiola?
No, he was in there, but that was later.
No, I'm at a loss.
Former catcher Gabby Street.
Gabby Street
was there when Harry Caray first started. And then, of course, later on, Jack Buck joined Harry in 1954.
Yep.
Franz Laux was in there from 1929 to 1943. Buddy Blattner was also a Cardinal broadcaster.
Famous picture where they're in front of Harry Caray and Jack Buck are in front of a mic that has KXOK on it. When we all remember always the Cardinals being on KMOX. They were on another station.
Yep.
Yeah. In the 2016 All-Star Game, all four of the starting infielders were from the Chicago Cubs, marking only the second time in the All-Star Game history that one team occupied the starting infield. Cardinals, for the first team to do it in 63, name those players.
Well, I'm going to take some guess. I'm sure Bill White was playing first base.
Right.
Julian Javier?
Second base.
Del Maxwell?
Shortstop?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No, it was...
Kenny Boyer was at third.
Third base.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
What Maxwell?
Who was the shortstop in 64?
63.
63, I'm sorry.
Because Maxwell took over in 64.
Yeah.
How about Dick Grote?
That's it, Dick Grote. And the only other Cardinal on the All-Star Game in the team that year was Stan Musial. And the last time he was on the All-Star team.
They had $1 million infield at one point.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was big then, $1 million. Now that's chump change.
Yeah.
That we have run out of time.
We have run out of time.
Dave Rigg, thank you for being here. And we'll talk about coming back next month because we love seeing you on a regular basis.
Great.
And we really appreciate you listening this morning. Right. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All the important news here first. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, the station listened to, not just heard, 104.9 FM.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, downtown Wayne City. No one beats their prices on Serta iComfort mattresses. See weekly pictures and prices on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. 7 women have now come forward with claims Joe Biden touched them in ways that made them feel uncomfortable. The former VP released a video Wednesday saying he gets it.
You know, social norms have begun to change, they've shifted, and the boundaries of protecting personal space have been reset. And I get it. I get it. I hear what they're saying. I understand it. And I'll be much more mindful.
Biden's yet to officially announce whether he'll run in 2020, keeping